Good morning from Las Cruces. It is very windy here, but we are excited because we have a very fun day ahead of us. This is Will Travel, and come along with us to White Sands National Park. So we've arrived at White Sands National Park. It is gorgeous. The weather's a lot warmer than it was in Las Cruces. And look at all this strange sand just for miles. So we can't wait to run around and walk into the world's largest sandbox. Well, before we can go in the sand, we gotta make sure not to touch any strange objects. So we gotta keep that in mind. Wow. This is just incredible. There's the Revel way over there. Just beautiful. What's so interesting about this place is that this color of sand, this really white sand, is just confined to this one area in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico that's completely surrounded by an Army missile testing range. So it actually closes sometimes so they can test the missiles, which is kind of strange, and but hey, it's pretty cool. Hank and I are gonna try to climb this cliff behind us. We'll see how it goes. Go up on that ridge over there, see what we can see. So this park only has one road in and out. So we drove to the deepest point of that road, the furthest point in, and got out and just looked around. And now we're gonna grab some lunch and I think drive closer to the entrance and do a shorter trail, which should be interesting. So we just finished up lunch and now we are at the Dune Life Nature Trail, which is a little bit different. As you can see, it's not as sandy. There's a lot more bushes and things, but it's supposed to be a nice trail. It's 2.5 miles, so it's very doable in an afternoon, and hopefully there's a lot of cool stuff to see. All right, so this is the trail, and we can see here what kind of critters we got. Looks like coyotes, bobcats, hawks, Apache pocket mouse, never heard of that. American badgers, very fun. Owls, mouse, bats, and kitty foxes. Cool. Oh, and there's some herbivores, like rabbits and moths. And of course, the New Mexico roadrunner. And this really scary looking mosquito, the tarantula hawk. So what we're discovering is this trail is kind of neat because it has these signs all along the way that tell you about different things in nature. And there's one right up here.
Turns out that the mice are meat eaters.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's the nature trail. The signs along the way with the little tour guide that they give you, Kit the Fox, are really cute, and this would be a great trail to do with little kids because it's really short. I was wrong earlier, it was actually only a mile, but it was some nice scenery, and you get to learn about all the different animals that live in the park, and it would be really cool to come and stay overnight here and hike around. But unfortunately, due to the pandemic, they don't allow backcountry camping right now, so we'll have to come back to do that too, I guess. So that was White Sands. It was a great park, a park you can definitely hit in a day. There's some great trails. There's a 5-mile trail that will really show you everything, and then there's that nature trail that we just did. But yeah, I would really recommend White Sands. It's worth the drive. I mean, you don't need to spend more than a day there. It's good to stop on the way to somewhere else if you're driving cross country. Overall, really awesome place. It's like being on another planet. So now it is a new day, and we are headed to Tucson. We have left Las Cruces, but Tucson is our final destination. Before that, we will be going to Douglas and Bisbee, which are 2 towns in Arizona that are right down by the border. And they should be really cool, and I'm really excited. They have the Old West vibe, so that should be interesting, and we'll see what it's all about.
Then turn right.
Well, we arrived in Douglas, but we were just driving and it looks like we've run out of country. That's the wall to Mexico right up ahead, so we're gonna have to turn around. Yep, can't go any further, can we? So we went through Douglas, but it didn't really seem like much was open or there was really much to see there. So now we're driving to Bisbee, just along the border here. The border fence is like way over that way. But Bisbee should be cool. There should be stuff to see there, so hopefully we can find some things to do. Alright, so right before we got to Bisbee, we came across this place called Lowell, which looks like a ghost town. It doesn't really look like anything's here. So we're gonna walk around and see what there is to see. But there is this giant quarry behind us. It's like really, really deep, so that's kind of cool. You can't even see the bottom, it's so deep. Wow. It's not a great place to see it, but looks like they've got some old mining stuff up there too. And this dog is following us around. We gave him some water, but he's just hanging out. So this is Lowell. They've got all these old cars here to make it look like it's something straight out of the 1940s. But this is pretty cool. Really neat. They've even got an old Greyhound station with a bus. Look at that. I think it's seen better days though. And they've got an abandoned police department with an old police cruiser. It says Biker Patrol. Alright, so that was Lowell, and now we're gonna drive into Bisbee. So we're now in Bisbee, which seems to be a little more active than Lowell. It seems to be a lot more going on here. So Bisbee is a kind of neat town. It looks like a lot of like old antique stores and then resale stores where you can buy old clothes, but it's got that western, like old west feel to it, which is really cool. We needed to stop and get pastries.
This is strange.
So that's Bisbee. Okay, so now we've left Bisbee and we're going to Tombstone, which is where the OK Corral is, that famous saloon where there was the shootout. So we're gonna check that out before the sun sets, and then we're gonna head to Tucson. Woo woo! All right, so we've arrived in Tombstone and we're walking to the OK Corral now and see what there is to see. Here's the site. All right, I've got my hat, now I fit in. But yeah, we went inside the OK Corral. It's now just like a silly museum with a gift shop. But there wasn't much to see in there besides the site. But this is a cool place. It's like a Old West reenactment town. Okay, so we're headed out of Tombstone now. It's definitely very touristy, but it is kind of cool, kind of tacky, but also, yeah, I would see it. I would stop by. You don't need to spend more than an hour here unless you want to get a drink, which there are many drinking establishments here. So.
Or see the gunfight.
Or see the gunfight. Yeah, they do reenactments, but unfortunately we missed it today because we got here a little late. But I bet those are pretty cool because it's the actual site and they're doing the reenactment, so that's probably pretty cool. All right, now it's on to Tucson. We got forced out because this town wasn't big enough for all of us.
It was either that or a duel, and
yeah,
you know us, we took the easy way out.
We took the easy way out. It would have been great content for this vlog though, a gunfight, but
it's true.
Unfortunately. All right, campground in Tucson. That's our refuge. So we've arrived at our campground in Tucson and it is extremely nice. It's a KOA resort. We haven't stayed at a resort before and wow, they have all the amenities, so can't rave about that enough. But we have an exciting day tomorrow. We're gonna go to Saguaro National Park, so we gotta get some sleep. So that'll be the end of this video, so make sure to like and subscribe and follow for more.